have a whopping 4 people here, and I'm happy to have. Oh, thanks, Crystal. You're recording. Fantastic. Thank you. I forgot. See what I do without you. So good afternoon, everybody. And we are talking about my school desk today, and which is the TUSD option for people for web pages. It is not required for people to use this. It's just an option. And then people also do have the option to use the 2 web pages opportunities in Synergy, including in Synergy, it says web pages. Have you used it, Sarah? I've heard it's not very robust. And there's also the LMS pages, also in Synergy, but it's its own separate tab. And that is a more robust web page option for people to use. And but again, it's not required, and it's just options for people. My school desk is owned by the same people that do all of our TUSD web pages. Is anybody a webmaster at their schools? Cindy, anyone? Amy, Alejandra, are you guys webmasters?
No, they said I would need to go to a training, but I don't know if I signed up myself or if someone sends me to it.
Okay. So yeah, because some people are doing both the webmaster or a webmaster 2 for their school, and that is the same school desk is who runs all those also. So, okay. Oh, and Amy just said Andy is at her school. Okay. So I just wanted to show you where you can all go. So what I'm going to do, Amy and Alejandra, is I'm going to share my desktop with you. So you're going to see me. It's going to come up at the top, I think, or is it at the bottom? And it's going to say, do you accept me sharing my desktop? So you have to actually click the button that says I accept me presenting to you. Yeah. So there's a yellow banner for that. Do you see that there, Alejandra?
It's loading.
Okay.
It didn't ask me anything though.
Do you see like my screen?
It's loading, so it's okay. I see it now.
Okay, good. Hopefully, Amy, you see it too. Amy her computer is wonky. She says that she can't talk to us, but she's typing. She's typing. There she is. She's typing a message. Come on, Amy. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. We're set to go. So my school desk is an option for people, and this is the website that you would use. It's myschooldesk.net/TUSD1. So that's the website that people can get into from any device to get into it. Now, does anyone have an account from last year? So what's tricky is it's at the very bottom is where, so if you're working with a teacher at your at your school, they would actually click on where it says register. If you already have an account, you click on login. Now, the thing that gets me all the time is if you are even off of these by even just a little centimeter, it kicks you into the DSEG site, which drives me nuts because I do it all the time. So you go up just a little bit, and before you know it, you're going to the wrong place. Oops, I'm in the wrong place, sorry. So you click, sorry about that. So you click on where it says register or log in, and that's how so people who are new would go to register, and then people who already have an account go to log in. So this is the website. Give me 1 second, and I'll catch you up. I'll talk about it, because, yeah. So here is the school desk support. So this is the phone number that people call if they have questions or having issues. And there's also a chat. I'm going to show you where the chat is to get to talk to somebody from my school desk. And for some weird reason, it's always a guy named Evan. And I'm sure it's not. It's always the same picture and the same dude. And I know that this guy's not working all the time. So it's probably somebody in India who just goes by the name of Evan. But then this is the phone number you could call also. So EdWeb is gone, and that was the ancient system that we used to use for web pages. But SchoolDesk is really easy and user-friendly, and it is a good communication tool to use with parents and students. Some people have been very successful with using SchoolDesk and update it a lot and have found it to be very effective for them. And then other people find that it's just not robust enough for them. It doesn't give them everything that they want. I was going to show you a really great website from Kelland. You see here, I'll go in here. So what parents or kids would see is when they go to myschooldesc.net/TUSD1, but you can also just give the link to people. And that's what a lot of people are doing is they're putting the link on their school website. So when you go to Kelland, so I could go this way. Where is Kelland? There it is. Oh, hello. Okay, so I can see at Kelland all the teachers who have websites, so I can go in this way. And here's Miss Rings, but then people can also go to just, you can, oops, I got to capitalize, sorry. You can send to your webmaster your link to your school page, your web page, and then they would put it into so if I go to staff, you'll see all the people here. Taking forever. Still thinking. Come on, staff. There we go. So you can actually you can give the web page link to your webmaster, and then they can put it on the web page. And again, this company does all. That's why everyone looks the same, as they're all using my SchoolDesk. So if I go down to Jerry, here's her website. So this is the other way people can find you and then there it is. And you'll see she's got in here her daily planner. So she's got all her quarter 1, 2, and quarter 3 planner stuff. She's got, she's even got her pictures, and her photos are really cute because she has tortoises. There you go. How fun is that? They're very healthy tortoises. So this is a great example. She's got her announcements. She's got the district calendar linked here so people can follow along with the district calendar. So there's a lot of things you can do with my SchoolDesk. So that's pretty cool because then she just has a link to this. And that's on her website. Okay. Oh, we have a question. Oh, sorry, Cindy. Oh, good. Yes, I'm going to show you what to do now. So I just wanted to show you what are some of the choices you got. Now, it does not like Edge, so you're really stuck in Chrome or Explorer. It will not work with Edge. So if you have your teacher that you're helping, they're going to click on where it says register. And what we'd like for people to do is for their username is either use their employee ID number or their email address. Because we've been finding people that use like just some username that they must use personally, and then they don't remember, and you can't change your username. You can change everything else, but once you create a web page and you make it with that username, you're stuck. And the only way to do it is to do it again. Once you make a web page and you use that username, that's it. So I would encourage your staff as you're working with teachers, if someone's interested, to use their TUSD email address or use their employee ID number. And then the RSVP code is TUSD 2019. That's real tough. Great. So we're going to go on to the chat with Evan, because we have found that they it's not really fast to get that back. So if you do have, where Sarah is right now, let me go back up, is she forgot her password because she did this a while ago. So she's, we want to chat with Evan. If you let him know that we have somebody who can't see, or they can't, just needs a new password, then he can reset it for her. Did you get Evan? So Crystal's online right now with the chat and getting a new password for Sarah. And it will lock you out. Okay. So over here is the help button. Did you get in, Cindy?
Yeah.
Okay. Over here is the help button. This is great for people. The reason why I show this to you is if you have that teacher that's asking you over and over again about how to do things, here's all the documents so they can get for themselves any supporting documents that they need about their web pages. So this has all kinds of all the quick tips and all of that to help people. So that's over on the side. There's the help button. And so Crystal right now is using it to get Sarah in to get her password reset. Oops, sorry, wrong one. So Amy and Alejandra, are you both doing okay over there?
Yes.
Okay, good. It's funny when you talk, Alejandra, like your voice comes out of like the, it's like you're from like your God coming out of the heavens.
Where's the speaker then?
The speaker's like, like right next to me, so it kind of surprises me. So it's great though. I'm glad that you can talk to us. Well, yeah, if we can give him, is it Evan? See, this is great. So if we can give her Sarah's name, first name, last name, and her username, or what's your username? Yeah. So we're trying to get Sarah in here. So this happens a lot, that people will get into a website or they'll sign themselves up and they don't remember. And so we have that a lot for people. Okay, so while we're waiting for Sarah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Cindy, you're good. Alejandra and Amy are good, so we'll get started and we'll catch up Sarah. So right here is where it says Site Settings, and this is where you can set what they call how you set up what your page is going to look like. So here's your site name, putting your name. You can put a description, but you don't have to. And then right here is where it says publish, and that means can the public see this or not. And you'll see that publish a lot throughout the pages. And what's nice is that you can have things show and not show. So you can do things ahead of time, or you can pull, have things like, you have stuff from first quarter, but you'll use it next year. So you can just unclick the button that says publish, and then people won't see it. So this is really nice because you can roll with the exact same thing for years. So here's your name. And then right here where it says classes, this is where you can pick your school and what grade and what you teach. And this is great for people who are at multiple schools. If you have that band teacher who is at 2 different schools, they can actually tag themselves to be at a couple schools. You can tag yourself for a couple grades and for a couple subjects. And really the only way that this kind of stuff matters is when people go in, when people go to that front site, that front website I was showing you, and they can look to see who's a 6th grade teacher, who's a 7th grade teacher. Did I keep it up? Let's see. And let me go back and I'll show you where parents can see that. So this is the only place where that actually matters. When you pick a school, that's how you tag yourself to that school. So if the parent comes in this way and they go to like Dodge, then they're going to see the teachers who tag themselves at being at Dodge. So you picked that here. Thanks, Crystal. Isn't that great? Evan's great. I always ask him too. I'm like, oh, Evan, I'm talking to you again. You must work a lot, but he never comments. I know it's not a guy named Evan every single time. There's no way. So this is where you pick your class, and then this is where you pick your skins. So this is how you want your website to look. Now you can go in and change these anytime, and then what's going to happen is what you're going to see is going to look different than what I see because I have a different skin than you. So things may be at the top for you and at the bottom for me, and it's because we have different skins. Now sometimes I'll get people and they'll be like, well, I like this one, but I don't like those kids. I want to put in different kids. You can't change the people. You're stuck with the colors. You're stuck the way it looks. So if you don't like those certain kids, don't pick that website. So we're really they've given us these choices, and this is all we get. So you can't change out change out the kids. Oh, I wanted to show you the sports. I've actually had a few high schools that the coaches have set up of their own, because anybody at TUSD can set up a website. And so there's quite a few schools that the coaches, because all you have to have is that RSVP code and know where to go, and they can set up their own website for the coaches with their calendars and all the paperwork and stuff like that. So this has been great. I've had a few schools do this for the coaches, because the coaches like to have a website. Anybody can have a website. So here's where you pick your skin, and then at the very bottom, you want to make sure that you pick save. And that gets people a lot, is they'll do stuff on their web page and they won't hit save, and then everything they do doesn't show. They lose it all because they don't hit save, and then everything's gone. So I'll give you all a little bit of time to set up your site settings and your skin. Yeah, you can actually. Yeah, because you were at a different school. So you can actually see where it says right here, you can hit delete, so I can remove myself from Pister. Well, you know, Sarah, that year that you spent at a different school made you a better teacher. And you are better at your craft. Middle school's not for everybody. Okay, so giving you a little bit of time to set up your site, add your classes, publish. Again, that's the kicker. You'll see this over and over again, and I can't tell you how many times people will be like, well, I made this thing and I don't see it. I'm like, well, it's because you got to publish it. Okay. How are people doing? Cindy? Sarah, you guys good? Okay, great. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is where it says pages. So the pages are what comes up here at the top in like the tabs. Now yours may be up high because you may have a different skin than me, but mine are right here because of the skin I have. So these may move around depending on your skin. So these, like where it says About Miss Rowley and newsletters, that's my pages. And then the modules are what goes inside of the pages. So if you think about like a file drawer or file cabinet, the pages would be the drawers, and the modules are what go inside. So my pages is about me, and I'm gonna set up a new page. Let's see, I'm gonna call this so you can, I'll show you where you can get rid of all that. So I'm going to call this Unit 1, and I'm going to put this, well, where do I want this? 1, 2, 3. I want this to go in third. Hit the Save button and close, and see there it is right there. Now if it doesn't show up for you right away, hit that F5 at the top, and that will refresh and we'll pull it up. So for you, if you want to get rid of everything, like, okay, I don't want newsletters, I'm going to click on that pencil, and actually a choice I'm going to have is going to say delete. So all your stuff from last year, Sarah, let me go back for you. So so I went to, I'm actually under modules. So here's newsletters. The pencil is where you go to edit everything. And when I go there, I hit delete, and now it's going to be gone. So I'm going to get rid of where it says newsletters. So are you sure? Yep. And now I'm going to hit F5, and newsletters will be gone. I just hit F5, and now newsletters is gone. Now look, it's telling me it's hidden because I didn't hit that publish box. I go back to the pencil, you'll see there I didn't say display page, and so that's why it's not being seen. Oh, hit F5. It'll disappear. Okay, so now I've got my Unit 1. Yeah, is it gone now? Oh, good. So now I'm in Unit 1. This is blue, so I know this is what I'm working in. So now I'm going to add a module. So this module is going to go under Unit 1 because that's what I have highlighted. If I want to add a module to All About Me, I would click on All About Me, and then I would click on Add Module. So whatever you click here and it's highlighted, when I add module, it's going to go underneath that. So here's all the choices that you have for modules. Personally, my favorite is the text box. That's my personal favorite. I've seen some teachers using calendar. I don't know as a teacher if I would use calendar because there's calendars in Synergy, but I don't know. Elementaries may use it for field trips and things. I don't know. Yeah, so you may use calendar. Personally, I like text box. Announcements works okay, but that forces parents to do a click and then another click. So that's why I like text box better because it just shows everything all at once and there's a minimal amount of clicks. So I'm going to use text box, and I'm going to title this Unit 1. So let's say I'm doing Intro to, like I used to teach economics, and I want this to be first. So there's my text box. So to show you where that went. Here we go. So there's Unit 1, and Intro to Economics is under Unit 1. So I'm going to add to it. I made a text box for that. It's putting in a placeholder. So here's my, and this looks just like Word. So you see how it looks just like Word, and look, I can do all the good stuff with it. I can highlight it. I can make it bigger. I can make it a different color. Okay. I can make it in the middle. So it just looks a lot like Word. I can put a link. So here's your link. So if let's say I want to have a link to, I don't know, let's do, okay. So I'm going to link the district website. So here's I'm going to copy that. So I did Control-C for copy. I'm going to come in here. I can do a link. Now here's where it gets people. So this is really important here, Cindy and Sarah. So I'm doing a link. It automatically puts in there HTTP. So what I did a couple times is I just went paste, and then I told it to save, and then it was broken. It was a broken link. Well, it's because I didn't realize it was putting HTTP twice. Oh yeah. Oh, hi, Roberta. Ooh, I've never done that. Yeah. Oops. I've never done that. I think I saw an HTML, though. Did I see it in there? Oh, I'll go look. So, and hi, Roberta, welcome. So you gotta make sure you take that out. I can have a link. Oh, so my page is going to be under, let me go back and make sure I save. Hello? I have never done that. I bet you could because it's a link, and I think you can because you would, now you want to make sure this way is saved as it's open for everybody to look at. Because if you make your sway and you cue it as only people in my organization, then parents can't see it. So if you make sure you make your sway and click the box on it that says share, anyone can see it, then yes, because you're going to get a link and you could embed the link right here into your web page. And that'd be uber cool. That'd be way cool. Oh, so to add a page, it's add module here, Sarah. Now make sure though that you're right, you have where you want that page to go. So see, mine is blue right here where it says Unit 1. So if I go to add module, we'll put it there under Unit 1. But if I go here and I'm like, oh, I want that, then we'll go under that. So see, you have to highlight where you want that page to. Yeah. Well, it depends on what your skin looks like. Could be red or green. Just depends on your skin. Mm-hmm. I love that idea of putting in a sway into your web page, into your yeah, that'd be way cool. Oh, where do you want it to go? Do you want it to be first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Well, here's HTML right at the bottom. Roberto, there you go. So design, and then here's HTML. I knew I saw it somewhere. That's for the people who want to go all techie. I'm just a one techie. Roberto must be a triple techie. I got to close the Skype here. Close. Okay. Now you can also put in images. Images are a little trickier because you have to upload the image first and then select it. So if you're going to upload an image, it's going to make you, once it has a library of all your pictures. So if you want to have an image, you have to upload the image first, and then you pick the image to then be inserted. So you have to go here to upload, put the image in, and then go, and then it sits in your library, and then you can put it in. So I go here to my pictures, and I don't even know what these pictures are. This must be a picture of a saguaro because that's what I have. So I upload that. So now my saguaro picture is in my library, and now I can add it to my web page. So there's my saguaro. So images are a little bit trickier because you have to upload the image into your library, and then once it's in your library, then you can put it into your web page. I've also seen some people upload music. There was a dance teacher I worked with that she wanted her students to be working on their dance routines at home, and so she uploaded the MP3 file of the music and then put it on her web page, and then the girls could be practicing the routine at their home because we couldn't figure out a way to upload an MP3 into Synergy, although maybe they do now. I don't know. Last year we couldn't figure out a way how to upload MP3s in Synergy, but you can with this. That was pretty cool. Yeah. And then make sure you hit save, because that's the one thing people are getting caught on is they don't hit the save button. Again, to go back and do anything, it's all about the pencils. So when you go to the pencil, that's how you can edit things. Again, you'll see that I'm getting all these error messages because I have everything hidden, so people from the outside won't see this stuff. It's not till I go to display or publish that people can see everything. You can also do attachments. And just a reminder on attachments that you want, here's the attachments. Make sure you attach things that are PDFs. We had, so that kids can't change things. We had a teacher that she had an essay that, what was the example? She was 1,500 words. Right, and then she was stuck with that on her on her stuff. So yeah, so she had the requirements for the essay was at least 1,500 words. She didn't put it in as a PDF, and the kids went in, wiped out the 0, and then it said 150 words, and there it was on her web page. So I would only ever upload PDFs. I also know of a teacher who said on her syllabus, I don't accept late work and the kids wiped out don't and put in do. So, but there it was because she didn't PDF it and protect it. PDFs are the same thing. You upload the PDF, it sits in your library, and then you can choose it. But again, I was telling you the cool thing with this stuff is you can roll with this stuff from from year to year, because it's all about the displaying and if you want it to be showing or not. So you can decide if you want people to see things. You can have the same stuff showing up, or and just play with, is it up or is it open or closed by doing the display box. Yes, you can go ahead of time. Right. Yeah, you can do things ahead of time. I'm sorry, was that Cindy?
I was saying, yeah, it's been changing a little bit.
Yeah, you could just, you wouldn't have to. You could hide it, and then you could just have the things there. Yep. So I talked about, I thought I closed that Skype. Why am I still getting messages? Okay, so the text box sort order, I talked about that, PDFs, pictures, sometimes pictures will come in distorted, so you can play with the size of the picture. I know that you can, when you come in here, you kind of just have to play with things to see how it works, but you can play with the picture size. I did a right click and I got properties, and now I can play with the sizes. So when I went into properties, I have it set to this, but I want them to move together at the same time, so I'm going to close the link. And now when I change one, it will change the other. So now it's going to be really, really big. But now it's all distorted. Well, I don't want that. So I'm going to make sure I close that link, and I'm going to tell it it's 50. Now it's going to, no, I'll be really tiny. Alt text is what can be done for people who are blind. So you can, if you, so a person who is blind can run, now it's super tiny because I did that. With alt text, you might see that. That is to help people who are blind to be able to see what things look like when they use the tools that they have in their computer. They don't have to see the picture, but they know there is a picture there, and it's a picture of a cactus. That's what alt text means. Just a reminder that anything you do on My School Desk can be seen by the public. So just know that if you put pictures of kids, you want to be careful, because anybody can go and look at the pictures and can see things like where you're going and things like that. So just remember, Synergy is more protected. So Synergy may be better for some people depending on what they do. It just depends, but just keep in mind that this is open to everybody to be able to see. So I'm looking at my little agenda, and I am not seeing anything else that I wrote down to make sure I went over. Am I forgetting anything, Crystal? All about organization. Yeah, I wrote my notes. Don't forget, it's all about organization, and it's really just people playing with it to see what works for them. And there is that help button over here. If people people need help. Evan is there to help you. Yes, they close at 4 p.m. Right, that's right. We got caught. Oh, they're closed. Okay, did he tell you that? So Evan reminded Crystal when she was chatting with him for help that they close at 4. That's very helpful. Thank you. Again, just a reminder, they want to be in Chrome or Explorer. Edge does not work for this. So as far as your role as teacher technology liaisons, it's just you're a resource. You can help people who ask if you want to do an open lab about this. We are not, the expectation is not that you are now the web page guru for your school, although you might choose to be, but you can choose to help people with this, and then certainly give them the resources with that help button to help them get in and to go to those resources that are in there with the quick tip guides and everything. But you're not being expected to help everybody set up a web page, because that is certainly not your job. But you can at least help people who are interested. And it is not a requirement in the district right now. But personally, I always had a web page, and I liked it, because when kids were absent, they'd be like, what did I have to do? I'd be like, go look at the web page. Did you look in your web page? Because everything is there for you. So then I made them, you could put your spelling lists in there, your reading logs. So when they lose that reading log for the 50th time, you have the PDF in your web page. Yeah, you can print it up themselves. Any last, I'll come out of doing this. Let's see. I'm going to stop presenting. So, we have Elizabeth Samuels is joining us. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Liz. Crystal says hello. Oh, you're from Johnson. Hi, Liz. You can say hello. Looks like she came off of audio, but we're not hearing her. Oh, and Clarence is on there. Clarence Nunez. Hi, Clarence. How are you?
I am good. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yay, you made it.
Took me a while, but I found it.
You found us. Okay. Well, we have also recorded this, and you might have missed the beginning. Did you miss very much of the beginning?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So we recorded this also, so you can go back and see that. But the biggie is, did you catch the website and the RSVP code? Oh, and Elizabeth says she missed the beginning. So let me go back to presenting desktop so you can see. You're going to get a message saying that I'm presenting my desktop right now.
Okay.
You have to accept it, right, Crystal? No, it just comes up. Okay. So where people go is, this is the website, myschooldesc.net/TUSD1. When teachers are new, they're going to go to the bottom where it says register. Keep in mind, when people get off a little bit, they'll click up here and they'll get the DSEG sites. They're like, it doesn't work. Well, it's because they clicked up a little too high, but this is register. This is where they set up their site. Here's the login. Here's where everybody else logs in, already has an account. And then when people are setting up their website, let me go back here. They need the RSVP code, which is here. Oops, see, look, I just did it. I went up too high. I hate that. I do it all the time. So right here, it's going to ask for the RSVP code. That's for them to be able to set up an account. Anybody can do it. We were talking about how there's some schools that even the coaches, the athletic coaches, are setting up websites. So the RSVP code is TUSD 2019. And we do suggest that people, for their username, use their TUSD email address or their regular TUSD login so that they remember from year to year. Oh, yes. Yeah, so this password stays with my school desk, so it doesn't automatically update when you change your password for TUSD, because it's its own company. So I know, like, my password is like 3 passwords ago for TUSD. Now I can always go back under my stuff and I can log in and change my password. I just haven't done that yet. Again, people do need to use Chrome or Explorer. It doesn't work to use Edge. So I know I can go in here. I think it's at the bottom. Oh, I think I can go in here and I can change my password if I want to. Edit profile. There we go. So I can change my password to be my new password now. I think, right? No? Oh, wait, that doesn't have my password. So I know you can go into your properties and do your password. I'm in the wrong place. I don't remember where to go to change my password. Liz and Clarence, what else? Did you miss the beginning where we did the site settings and all of that?
I did. I'll go back. If you think we can go back, I'll go back and look at it.
Okay. Oh, sure, microphone's not working. Okay, yeah, so I think it's tomorrow. It takes a little bit for it to record to convert. Okay.
So we'll have it wrapped up within the next day or two.
Okay, so we'll have it wrapped up within the next day or two, and then we'll get that sent to you all. So you can see the beginning with the site settings and how you set up the skin, like how you get your website to look and all of that. Okay. Well, I appreciate your, I guess I came back up. I appreciate your time, everybody. I hope that we're trying out something different with, instead of having everybody have to drive here by doing Skype calls, that we can have like little impromptu things like this, and people don't have to come all the way downtown, that you can be in your classroom or you can be at home and participating. So I hope that this was, that you liked this kind of format, and we're hoping to do a few more of these kinds of things. And we appreciate your time coming. And thank you, Sarah and Cindy, for coming down, because then we felt like I wasn't talking to myself. It's a little awkward with Skype calls. You're like talking to people. Oh, and Roberto's left. Okay. Any last questions? Oh, yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, to log out, I'll go back to presenting here. To log out, it's at the very bottom, which is kind of awkward because usually you find your logouts at the top. So they have theirs at the bottom, so I'm glad you mentioned that, Crystal. Thank you. I don't think I talked about that last time. Yeah. Well, if there's no more questions, thank you all for for being with us today. And we are here for you. And the help desk also has had the same training you've all, so you can always refer people to the help desk also. Thank you, Alejandra. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Liz. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Clarence. Good to have you guys come and join us.
Thanks, Tracy.
And we'll see y'all later. Yeah, that's what we